we just got a new track list, an updated track list for Vultures, Kanye's new album that is actually dropping next week. So today we'll go over this. We'll talk about what changed and what got replaced from the old track list that we once got. So let's jump straight into this. If you want to stay up to date with everything surrounding hip hop, make sure to subscribe and also become a part of this community by joining our Discord server in the description. Real quick, if you don't want to listen to this, make sure to skip 10 seconds into the future, but you can now sign up for my free newsletter with the first link in the description. It comes every Sunday and it recaps everything that's been happening in hip hop over the past week, so make sure to do that. So Vultures is dropping next Friday. It's only about 8-9 days in the future, February 9th, which we got through the trailer. That's going to be the first volume of Vultures, the one with the brighter cover. And originally we had a track list for this that we got, in November sometime, I believe, which included 18 tracks, and we've kind of made some theories about which snippets were which tracks, who was featured on what. We kind of pieced it together with the listening parties, but it now seems like that track list was only a first draft of some sort because we just got a new track list. And I mean, it was about time because the album is releasing in such short time in the future, so we needed something to come out. I'm still waiting on a single. I want a single because Vultures is just not cutting it anymore. They need to drop either Everybody or Fuck Some like they teased at and like they wanted to. They recorded a music video obviously for Fuck Some. But the reason why we know that there is a new track list is because North, Kanye's daughter, I believe this was when she was out and about with her dad, obviously Kanye, and Kim, her mother, she wore a t-shirt that actually had a track list for Vultures on there with the features, with all the track titles. It's 18 tracks again. And this was big. This was only like a couple of hours ago that we got this news. So obviously, all the fan pages, they sat down and compiled this entire track list. So shout out Riye, one of the best pages out there, obviously, for Kanye news. They compiled all the track names on there because honestly, I couldn't decipher some of them, especially when it got to the lower half of the entire track list. I couldn't decipher a lot of them, but they made the effort to put this together. So let's go through this and then also compare this to the old track list that we got before. So here are the two track lists. On the left is the one that we've gotten, ever since we kind of were talking about this with the OG 18 tracks. And on the right is the new track list, which is, kind of only for the volume 1. We don't know how this is integrating into all those 3 different volumes. But let's go through this. One thing that I do want to mention is that both are 18 tracks. So if there are any new names, that means that older tracks on the old track list got replaced or maybe moved to other volumes, because that is now a possibility that we got to take into consideration when we're talking about this album. Tracks getting moved around the volumes, but we can only tell that if we have all 3 volumes. But let's go through this. First track is still Everybody with Charlie Wilson, the one that we thought we were going to get as a single that was kind of teased, or there were some rumors about this being a single that never came. Second is Back to Me with Freddie Gibbs and Quavo, one of the fan favorites on here, still on second place. Fuck Some is still the third song with Playboi Carti and Quavo, the other single that we thought we were going to be getting. They shot a music video for this, obviously. Time Moving Slow is still the track after that, so for now it's all the same. Beg Forgiveness with Chris Brown, again, is the same, although we've only so far gotten only a Chris Brown part on there. I'm still waiting for the Kanye part, at least from the snippets that I've heard. But then we have already a change. So Good is now replaced by Do It with YG. Now, YG is a collaborator that we knew was going to be on there. I think he was spotted in the hotel room after the Las Vegas listening party, but it now seems like that is where his feature will fit. So Good, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't that the track that North was on originally, like in those Miami days? Correct me if I'm wrong, but, we can tell on later on that she's still on there with, your bestie, Miss Westy. Anyway, let's keep going. After that, Paid, still the same with Future, Should Be a Banger. Timbo Freestyle, still the same. Slight with James Blake, still the same. Here's the catch now though. we jump straight to Promotion with Future on the new track list and completely skip New Body that was on the OG track list. Now, this is likely because we've had this whole drama go down with Nicki Minaj not wanting to clear that verse because it's an old song or whatever her stupid reason for that was. Completely not acknowledging that, you know, it was something that the fans want, especially also with her on there. I mean, she was a part of it the entire time, ever since the Yandhi days. So it seems like, you know, we're not getting this. Apparently that's completely scrapped. Maybe one of the main reasons that we've gotten an update to the track list. Anyway, after that, as I said, Promotion with Future still on there. After that, Vultures with Bump J and Lil Durk, obviously still on there. And then we have, now it's really interesting, because then we have a new track which called Love Love Love, which if you have any info on that, let me know. Then after that, we also don't have Drunk anymore. We also don't have Worship anymore. So those two songs, together with Lifestyle, I should mention, Lifestyle kind of got replaced by Love Love Love, but then Drunk and Worship got replaced by Talking featuring Northwest, which will likely be the song that she was already featured on, and Hood Rat, which I don't think we know anything about that song. So that's like the biggest change. We've gotten 3 songs removed from the OG track list after the Vulture single, so Lifestyle, Drunk, and Worship, and they got replaced by Love Love Love, Talking, and Hood Rat. Then River is still the same with Young Thug and Leon Bridges, so the Young Thug verse on there should be safe because I want that. Then though, we still have Gun to My Head, which is cool with Kid Cudi. Then there's a change though, because you might have noticed that we're missing one song so far on the new one, which is now going to be Take Off Your Dress. This is interesting. Now we're going to talk about this in a second after we're done going through this, but then the biggest change, the outro track is not Unlock anymore. And I thought it was going to be Unlocked because I really liked it as an outro track. That was one of the best snippets that we've had, kind of a full song. It is now Dead featuring Future and Lil Durk. I don't know what that's going to be like because we've already had Future, like 3 Future features on this album now. Lil Durk as well. I think he's on one of the tracks, the Vulture single, obviously. So that's not something I'm happy about. I wanted Unlock as the outro. Anyway, so that's the news on this track list. Those are the changes, maybe too much in detail, but I kind of wanted to go through this step by step, see what songs replaced which songs, so we're kind of clear now. Let me talk a little bit about this song called Take Off Your Dress. We've gotten one snippet. That's just what people are saying is going to be the song, which is sounding pretty cool because there's crazy sampling on there, so I'm hoping that song should be really good. But you know, this is kind of the news we got. I think it's a lot of news. It's not just an updated track list like some tracks got moved around. It's actually, especially in the second half of the track list, there are substantial changes now made to the OG track list. The reasons for which we don't know. Maybe stuff like New Body not being cleared, something like that, or maybe, you know, switching songs between volumes. We have no idea. But this is the track list right now. The album is dropping next week, February 9th. We're on this ride together. Thank you for sticking with me. I think it's about to get pretty interesting next week. Let me know all your thoughts on this new track list and everything that you think about this album in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day and you'll take care.